Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Zoey and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is her ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Zoey's going to be coming home with her very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now Zoey's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Zoey heel. Now at this point, Zoey has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg when walking, not dragging you, not forging ahead, but walking nicely like a lady. And each time that Rich stops his feet, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So if you stop to cross traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor, your dog should be sitting quietly at your left and waiting for you to tell her what to do next. Now the next exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. This is an exercise that you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. Now we have acorns falling on our heads back here. So Rich is going to do that sit-stay again. When he returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her, and she should remain sitting there until she gets her next command. And they're going to take off heeling again. We provide our own distractions here. We have a ton of squirrels. We have things falling from the trees at this time of year, so she jumped up because something fell behind her. Nice sit, stay. And you can practice right in your house. If it's too hot, this is the recall or the come on command. And she comes and sits right in front of you facing your knees, so she's not jumping all over you, and then she goes back to heel position. And she's doing a really good job with the heeling. Walking right next to Rich very nicely. Every time that he stops his feet, she sits and looks up at him, waits for her next command. He gives her that stay again. He's going to use her name, he's going to lighten his tone of voice, and she comes right in front and sits, which eliminates any jumping. Very nicely done. She's doing a really good job, and if you know that bulldogs were not bred to do obedience, so she's doing a really good job of demonstrating what she's learned here at school. It's all about manners, it's all about self-control. So you're going to continue on with this work at home, and we're going to be here to help you if you need it. Now this time Zoey is sitting at Rich's left, and he's going to demonstrate the down. Left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay you can also practice right in your apartment. You're going to start out at about 2 minutes and work up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, again, he walks all the way around her as an additional distraction, returning all the way back to heel, and now she's waiting for another command. So he's going to heel her out of that, and we will demonstrate that down from a heel position again. You want to practice your stationary exercises a lot because they do help to develop self-control. He gives her the down command and stay. He turns to face her, and this time he will call her out of this down. A little bit of that Zoey-tude. Back to heel and back sitting. Very good. Now the next exercise that Rich is going to demonstrate for you will be your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder because she's not right next to you. Now she didn't sit, so you heard him say no, sit, and gave that little tug. He leaves her in a stay,
Down.
and he gives her the down command from a distance and tells her to stay. So as you can see, we haven't broken her spirit. She's still the same fun-loving dog that she was when she got here, but now she knows some manners, her obedience commands. We're going to be helping you to put this into application in your life and in your everyday living situations. She has been a total pleasure to have, and we've enjoyed every minute with her. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.